Welcome back, Titan Fragrance Reviews. I got something a little bit for Valentine's, as you'll see in the title. Um, for the guys to get something for their girls, for the girls maybe looking for something they might request or whatnot. But some of the feminine fragrances here, they definitely lean feminine. So I wanted to bring you two of them and give you a couple as we lead up to it, because if you're like me, that's probably one of the things I'm thinking of getting for my Valentine's, right? Uh, One's been out for a little bit. Uh, One has just come out, I believe, last year. But again, I want to thank everyone for joining me. The time I know we spend between different channels and so forth. So I do appreciate that. I do appreciate all the support that y'all give me. Okay, first and foremost, let me introduce you to 2 scents. I'll break them down, kind of what I think, my take, and give you some feedback on what I've gotten from them. But first one, Dolce & Gabbana, the only one, EDP, all right? Now, notes of this are going to be bergamot and violet. They're going to be coffee and iris and patchouli and vanilla. Pretty simple. That's from top, mid to base. What I get from this, it's bright as an opening. It's slightly powdery with that iris. I think that bergamot and violet kind of is pretty bright. And then of course, as you go down to the dry down, you start getting that creaminess and the vanilla, and it stays slightly sweetness into it. Definitely, I think this falls under the line of seductive. It's mature. It's definitely complements the men's side, the one EDP, at least the one that I have. That's all I can compare to. I don't have any of the other variances as of this time. Definitely a solid date night. Like I said, it's going to complement. Let me find it. Where stuff gets kind of hard to find, right? But I know it's in here somewhere. Of course, I can't find it when I'm looking for it. Here we go. Okay, so the one EDP, and you can tell the juice is kind of similar. Definitely is a great date night scent. This complements it quite well. Again, it's with that bright and creaminess that it's quite smooth. I think it's great. I mean, it really is going to be. I got the dry down right here. I mean, it's gorgeous. I think it's, if your girl or if you a woman likes that brighter, sophisticated creaminess of it. It is a sweeter scent. It ain't, overly powdery by any means, by any stretch. The iris just comes across a slight powderiness, but a gorgeous, gorgeous scent. I'll cover the longevity and all that here in just a second, because I want to introduce you to the other one. This one we're talking about, Valentino Donna, Born in Roma. This one I believe came out in 2019, whereas Dolce & Gabbana has been out for a little while. And this one, it's going to break down a little bit more notes on there for sure. It's a black currant. It's got bergamot and pink pepper. So it's quite a brighter and sweeter opening. It definitely is going to be, like I said, sweeter. So if you don't like sweetness, may not be the one. It's going to be 3 forms of jasmine in the mid. It's jasmine. It's going to be jasmine tea and something called jasmine sambac, which I'm not quite sure, but that's in the mid. And then it's cashmere. It's going to be gaiac wood, and it's going to be bourbon vanilla in the base. Now this one is definitely going to be sweeter. It's going to come across brighter. It's going to definitely, the jasmine really starts to come in once that brightness wears off with that bergamot, and this is the dry down I got on here. And then that jasmine, give it a few minutes, and it really starts to tame itself off on some of that brightness, and it becomes a little bit more creamy. It becomes the jasmine really starts to come off and come out, so it leaves the bright sweetness and starts to really get a little creamier and more floral. Definitely more playful, more youthful. Not that it's meant for a younger person. It's just for more youthful activity than if you're just going out on a more intimate date setting, I think. Both of them, I think, smell great. My wife loves them both. As far as the price, okay, as of right now, if I looked on FragranceNet, you're looking at, with this one, being that it's been out longer, it's like $36. $50 for this size, a 50 ml. Whereas this one on discounters, I didn't get a chance to look through all of them, but they started out around the $60 price point on up to the retail rate, I believe, on this 50 ml for about 75. Again, I think they both have their role. I think that depending, for you guys, if you're looking at it as a gift, definitely look through their cabinet, look what they got, you know, just like it goes for men's colognes versus what we think that they're going to like, you know, because definitely there's been many a times where like guys like Aventus a lot, but some girls may not as much, and then they lean towards something else. So kind of, I would say before you make that venture into what you're going to get them, kind of look at what they already got. Maybe you can look them up on Fragrant to get a kind of gist of what notes that they do like, and then there you can go if you're into the surprising mode, or you can just ask them what do you like, you know, if this is something that you're looking for Valentine's. I do think it's a great Valentine's gift idea, any other kind of gift idea too. I think that fragrances really do fall under the lines of actually maybe putting a little thought behind it as opposed to just getting them a gift card or whatnot. But so these are about, they project pretty good in my opinion, because every time I smell them, I mean, they're going to leave some great sillage trails. They're going to definitely push out well for the first, probably as far as I can tell, is at least about an hour and a half to 2 hours. It's pushing good, and the sillage is pretty good. Now, my wife has said a little bit about the performance. She feels that it's only going, you know, around the 6 hour mark. So maybe average, below average. They are EDP concentration, but sometimes depending on how heavy she sprays, or you may spray, depending on the areas, you can get that olfactory fatigue. Because I still smell it at the end of the day, just as they pass by. Is it super strong? No, but they're still leaving a trail. So, you know, and again, some people may want beast mode, some people may not, but I think the scent itself really are some phenomenal smelling scents on a female. And they definitely lean female. These are, in my opinion, not unisex at all. But these are my two suggestions. Like I said, leave me down in the comments any other suggestions as people may be looking for different ideas. I want to do a little bit more of these and just all the men's stuff, because I know that I'm going to do one here shortly for the younger females. I have a daughter, and we're starting to really get into looking for more. And it's quite a great time for me to be able to go with her to Saks or to Nordstrom's or to Macy's, and we go and sniff different things, and she tells me what she likes, what I like, and it's just a great time for me to share my passion with her, and I see her getting into it more. So it's a lot of fun. But like I said, appreciate all the support. Please join me again, and y'all have a very blessed day. Thank you.